Winterfell is yours, Your Grace. Alright, so just imagine if Sophie Turner started like that. Be careful now. Winterfell is yours, Your Grace. You know she wants to. Yeah. You know Sophie is okay. You know Sansa with her fine self. It's not exactly. And she's about to get married now. She's not exactly happy about giving Winterfell over to, the Mad Queen, who people are like really thinking like, are you the Mad Queen or are you a good queen? Are you good? Are you a good queen? Because your father was a lunatic. And yeah, they kind of did him in, but he did that to himself because he was trying to burn 500,000 people, all of King's Landing. He was a doggone lunatic. And they're just wondering, with you and the dragons, what, 2 dragons now? Are you just as crazy? Because although my man Samuel Tully is not there, he had the Valyrian sword. So did his father. My man Samuel Tully isn't there. He's going to be disappointed when he finds out, even though he probably had no love for his father, but you killed his brother too. You like fried them. You know what I mean? Damn dragon of yours. Love that dragon, by the way. Drogo. Now, they had this little trailer. I'm not going to show it for copyright reasons. You guys can, watch it pretty much anywhere. But I'm a fan of Game of Thrones and the crazy stuff that they got going on in here. I can't wait to see this season coming up. Of course, I'm going to be all tuned in. But I have to say this. For one, they're going to be extra long episodes. And I'm hoping it's not going to be like Peter Jackson and what he did with Lord of the Rings and how it was just dragged out forever. It was just pointless talking that nobody cared about because people wanted to live in the moment of the Shire. The Shire! Frodo! Baggins! Okay, after all the action was done, and it's just like, okay, they made it home. Let's move on. Let's go get a pizza. Anyway, but nonetheless, I'm hoping they're not going to do that. Now, I know they have a lot of big fighting scenes. You guys, I don't know what scene it is where, the blue dragon is going to meet pretty much the red dragon. But let me say this. You got 2 red dragons, 1 blue dragon. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, I got my money on the blue dragon. Now we know the blue dragon going down. Nonetheless, when he goes down, he gets right back up. So, like, let me tell you guys something. When it comes to action, I like action. I don't like a lot of talking in between. I don't like monologuing. Because when I get into a fight, there's not a lot of talking going on. I like to just go ahead and get it in. So you got to understand in these fight scenes, you got 2 types. You got like Dragon Ball Z type of fighting, and that spilled over to freaking the Matrix type of thing. You know what I mean? A little bit of monologue and lots of fighting. You got just different types of fighting styles. And what they did, like when Jon was fighting in the Battle of the Bastards, the reason why that was so great is because there was very little talking. There wasn't a lot of explaining. They did it all right there. Sansa, you're going to die tomorrow, Lord Bolton. Pretty much, and he did, in the most gruesome, beautiful way. But see, the problem is, when they give you that, when it's that good and you're just like, oh my God, that was so good. It's like, how do you top that? And then, of course, you got the whole scene where the dragon comes in and swallows everybody except Jaime freaking Lannister, Mr. Left Hand. And that whole scene was awesome. But the Battle of the Bastards, that was the best. Now, let me say this about Game of Thrones. The dialogue is really, really good. It really gives you something to hang on to. So I'm just going to say what I'm looking forward to. I'm I'm looking forward to who's going to kill Cersei. I just am. And truthfully, I'm thinking Cersei might not die. Now, I know that's going to sound weird to a lot of you. Like, wait, Cersei doesn't die? No, because Cersei, just like her son, not King Tommen, the other crazy one. Well, King Tommen wasn't crazy. He was just docile and easily manipulated. But the other one, Joffrey, King Joffrey, carried. It was a what is his name? Jack something? He carried the angst and the anger and that you wanted to see. You couldn't wait to see what craziness he was gonna do. Because let's be for real, the Game of Thrones is actually written off of actual history. Look, this guy, whatever this guy's surname is, he didn't just make this up. This isn't just stuff made up. This is actual history. A lot of stuff that actually happened, except minus the dragon and the White Walkers. But you do have the plague that killed 70 million people. So there was such a thing, back in those times, back in the time of the terrible tutors and all that other good stuff. But nonetheless, they get a lot of these stories that are loosely based from actual, kings and queens who did horrible things to people. So let's get an understanding about that. And calling people the Mad King and the Mad Queen, there were kings and queens that really did go mad with power. They were just crazy as hell. So I like the dialogue. I love the dialogue they had. Everybody knew that Jon was going to end up banging who is probably his... they're both Targaryen. This is why the dragon likes both of them. But what is Jon to Daenerys? The sister's cousin? They're like first cousins, aren't they? So that's going to happen. But in this day and age, it's just like even if they were brother and sisters, it doesn't matter. It's still going to go down. And that's what's really crazy. Now, here's something else. Jon could have married Sansa, and nobody would have cared. Nobody would have batted an eye. Well, no, they would have batted an eye because it's the North, King of the North. They would have had something to say. They wouldn't have liked that at all. They'd have been like, you going crazy like the Targaryens. But nonetheless, he's King of the North, so that's that. Also, Sansa giving up the North, she really didn't want to do that because, just like her sister said, Arya said, you want to be queen, pretty much. I know what you want to be queen. Here's the thing. Who's going to be Sophie's king? Who's going to marry Sansa? Who's Sansa's king? Now, some people may go ahead and say, the dwarf. He can go ahead and marry, but I can't really see that happening. A lot of people want that to happen, but I don't want that to happen. I don't, even though they're saying he might be Targaryen. I don't want that to happen. Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter. I don't want that to happen. I don't want Peter Dinklage's character to marry Sophie Turner, even though that would make, them Lions of the Rock, because nobody is there on the Rock no more. Most of those people are gone. All the soldiers are definitely gone. So there's that. A lot of these castles are empty. So I'm curious to what's going to become, of course, like everybody else is, I'm curious. But like I said, there's just some things I like to see, and there's some things I don't want to see. I like the fact that Game of Thrones doesn't make things go our way. We want people to live, even the villains. We wanted these mad and crazy people to live, but they're gone. And that's just the way it is. We know that the Red Woman is going to die. Here's how she's going to die. Somebody's going to take her freaking necklace off, and she's just going to wither a damn way because the woman's like 200 years old. They're going to see her for what she really is. There's that. Also, the many-faced god, or not the many-faced god, the freaking gods that these people are praying to. Because, this is all manipulated by them. I want to see who these gods are. I'm not too happy about seeing the Golden Company. I'm just laying it all on the line because it's my channel. You know, I don't really care about seeing the Golden Company, even though they're butthurt Targaryens, who, the Blackfires. I'm like, so what? You Blackfires are returning. You are half-bloods anyway. It's like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, I'm not really excited about seeing the White Queen, on the throne either. I don't really care about, seeing Daenerys Targaryen on the doggone throne because I don't really have any love for the Targaryens. I just don't. But, I don't want to see her get what she wants. I don't. Do I want to see her killed off? No. But I think she's going to because, Zora High, right? So Jon might be Zora High, and he has to take his sword and put it through the heart of his lover, and then that is the sword that he uses to go ahead and kill the army. Here's the thing about that, though. Here's the thing about all that. If Jon does that, look, they plan on fighting these White Walkers like in the third one, the third episode. It's like, oh, you can't put the sword through her heart in the third one, bro. You gotta wait all the way to 6. Maybe at the beginning of 6 and then go in and kill, the Night King and all that other stuff. And then, of course, let me end it with this, Bran. I got a lot more to say, but I'm gonna end it anyway. But my dude, Bran. People are speculating, who Bran is and all of this other stuff. Look, Bran is now the tree god, the tree god guy, the tree seer. He's a guy running around with, the crow's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And all of these guys can do it. He's basically a super warg. But all of the freaking, not the Snows, but all of Jon Snow's relatives can pretty much do that. But, a lot of people are speculating who Bran is, and I just want that to be clear, who Bran is. This is actually a question like, we know what Bran can do, but what is his real role? And I am hoping, before this whole thing is over, they can talk about the Crypts of Winterfell. And the reason why I'm hoping that is because I am hoping that the Crypts of Winterfell, which are warmer as you go down, and they stretch for a very long way, I'm hoping that the blood that Ned Stark, when he cut that guy's head off at season 1, he said, I saw a White Walker, he said, men see what they want to see. He cleaned the blood off at the pool where the tree was, where the weirwood tree is. And he cleaned that in the pool because the weirwood freaking trees, these freaking trees drink the blood of the Starks. That's what they do. Actually, they're saying that Winterfell is one big weirwood tree. Now, I found that awesome. And then they say, you know how you go into the crypts and all the kings have a sword and a wolf waiting there? I want to see the kings get up with the sword and go to battle with these White Walkers. That's what I'm hoping to see. I'm putting it out there. You can take it back to Jason and the Argonauts on us. I'm with it. Let's go. Okay? If you guys never seen Jason and the Argonauts, go see the first Jason and the Argonauts and how it was stop motion. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Like, I want to see the Crypts of Winterfell get up with the old Starks, and one of the Starks might have been messing with the, that crazy White Walker chick at Castle Black, one who, and they had to put them down. But so I want to see all that happen. Anyway, it's your boy Tone202. You guys let me know which things. I'm out. Peace. Okay, I feel Grace. Winterfell is yours.